Badger football hires a new head coach. Is it the right move? And what will happen to interim coach Jim Leonhard? Plus, how an area high school is honoring the 12 Native American tribes of Wisconsin and why the project is so important. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon. I'm Mark Kane. We're just a few hours away from hearing from the Badgers' new head football coach. The team confirming Sunday they hired Luke Fickell, who guided Cincinnati to the college football playoffs last season. Many thought Jim Leonhard would take over the role. He's been filling in since Paul Christ was fired, but right now it's unclear what Leonhard's plans are. After reports of the Badgers making a push to get Luke Fickell popped up late Sunday morning, the UW Board of Regents, which must meet to sign off on a head coach hiring and compensation package, met in a closed session yesterday afternoon. The announcement came later that night. UW Athletics Director Chris McIntosh was the man responsible for bringing Fickell to Madison. In a statement, he says, quote, Fickell is a proven winner, recruiter, and developer of players, and that he's attuned to the changing landscape of college athletics. Fickell played for Ohio State and was eventually hired as the Buckeyes special teams coordinator. He took over as head coach at the University of Cincinnati at the end of their 2016 season, compiling a 57-18 record over the past 6 years. In that time, Fickell also earned 2 American Athletic Conference Coach of the Year awards. We're hearing from Badger fans today. Many are looking forward to what Fickell will bring to the team.
Fickell turned around Cincinnati, so I'm excited to see what he can do with a lot more recruiting power.
I think first steps first, that's winning the Big Ten, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I mean, obviously that's the goal. So, I mean, onwards and upwards.
Tonight, Wisconsin Athletics holding a welcoming event for Fickell and his family. Our sports director, Zach Hanley, will be there and bring us live coverage beginning at 4 o'clock. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Julian Seawright has looked at your certified most accurate forecast on a really Monday day out there today.
Honestly, it is, Mark, but it's okay because at least it's feeling pretty decent outside. Temperatures are in the 40s, but we are looking at some lingering cloud cover that's just been stubborn throughout much of Wisconsin for us, and it's going to hold on throughout the rest of our afternoon. Now, let's go ahead and take a look outside with our sky cam. We can see the lower level of those clouds just lingering for our skies, really kind of blocking out the sun for us. But as we go in throughout the next few hours, here's one thing that we're watching for is temperatures to be on a little bit of an up and up. We'll be seeing temperatures in the mid-40s, and we're going to stabilize into the upper 30s heading into tonight, which is relatively good news, but that's going to be setting the stage up for some changes later into the week. We'll get into that in just a few moments. High temperatures be around 46 in Janesville, 45 for Platteville, and tonight we're going to see upper 30s throughout all of southern Wisconsin, and it is going to be a cloudy one for us. We'll talk about those changes because it's going to be a bit of a messy one for us going into our Tuesday night and our Wednesday morning, Mark.
All right, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Julian. Madison police have arrested a man who they say stabbed another man near the Capitol Square. Officers were called to the 100 block of West Main Street just before midnight. They say 2 men got into an argument and 1 man stabbed the other. The 35-year-old suspect ran from the scene but was later found and arrested. The 55-year-old victim was hospitalized with serious injuries but is expected to survive. Adobe Analytics says Americans spent $9 billion online on Black Friday this year, and that number is expected to climb over $11 billion as Cyber Monday kicks off today. Amazon and other retailers have been working to attract holiday customers well before today, offering deals since October. The National Retail Federation predicts nearly 64 million Americans will do some shopping today, and experts say online shoppers are finding plenty of deals because retailers are trying to move merchandise. The Wisconsin Historical Society Museum is about to undergo some major changes downtown. Earlier this fall, the Historical Society announced it would pack artifacts into a storage facility ahead of construction for a new state-of-the-art history center. Yesterday was the last time visitors could check out the museum before the changes. While museum exhibits are now completely closed, the Wisconsin Historical Museum retail store will remain open through this holiday season and next year. Construction is scheduled to be complete in 2026. There are some new displays hanging at Verona Area High School. 12 Native American tribal flags were unveiled this morning. Each flag was donated by the tribal nations. Their students, staff, and a Ho-Chunk Nation elder participated in the event.
When I walk by, they said, I actually learned about, the Ho-Chunk Nation's histories, cultures, and tribal sovereignty in my class, and I'm curious to learn about more as an example. And so And I understand why those symbols are up there. And so to me, it breaks down some barriers and helps the opportunity to build bridges.
The flags will be a permanent fixture at the school. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. If you're one of the millions who bought something over the weekend, you might want to check your receipt. The Money Watch report is next.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for cash, as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
Need life insurance? Select Quote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And Select Quote found his wife Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Select Quote. We shop, you save.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting you as no other mattress can. Right now, you can save up to $500 and get $300 Steinhoffels cash on Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets. With Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing, your mattress just got more affordable. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
With Dad's arthritis, he needs extra help around the house, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their age-at home service, he can stay at home.
That's where I want to spend these months. With hospice care from a Grace, I can stay home with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my life again after Joe died, but through a Grace, I found hope and healing.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie homebuyers who don't have experience you can count on. We Buy Ugly Houses has been buying houses as is for almost 3 decades. Call or click to sell quick.
The shopping season has officially kicked off with consumers spending more than $9 billion online on Black Friday, according to Adobe Analytics. Electronics and toy purchases helped drive the record sales. Adobe, which tracks online retail purchases, estimates that today's Cyber Monday shopping sales will exceed $11 billion. If you're one of the millions who've made purchases over the holiday weekend, you may want to check your receipt to see how long you have to make a return. 6 out of 10 retailers recently said they're changing their policies this season, according to a survey by GoTRG, with many shortening the amount of time consumers are allowed to make returns. Some retailers are also adding return and restocking fees. And one Florida woman is turning up the heat on the Kraft Heinz company. She's filed a $5 million class action suit, claiming that the company's Velveeta shells and cheese microwavable cups take longer than the recommended 3.5 minutes to prepare, if you include ripping off the lid and adding water. The company called the lawsuit, quote, frivolous in a statement to the Washington Post. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Courtney Keeley.
It's a lot of work for that Velveeta. At the noon hour, the Dow Industrial's down 307 points. The NASDAQ off 97. The S&P 500 down 33.5. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. You're taking a live look at the call for action studio. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call for action. Pam has today's egg prices next, along with Julian and the complete forecast. And then today on Live at 4, we'll talk to former Badger tight end Travis Beckham on the hiring of the new Wisconsin head football coach, Luke Fickell. That's coming up at 4.
Are you tired of your outdated kitchen? Updating it is more affordable than ever during our Black Friday sale this month at Mad City Kitchens, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Enjoy a brand new look, plus soft closing doors and drawers, new countertops, and a new sink. We install in as little as 2 days, backed with a double lifetime labor warranty. And now it's Black Friday all month at Mad City. Save $1,000 with interest-free financing for 2 years and get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $2,000 on a cabinet refacing project with 4 years interest-free financing and double it to a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
This holiday season at the Century House, give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified, most accurate team, First Warn Weather, only on News 3 Now.
Tony Hill receives my highest compliment.
I love when you throw your shoe.
You catch a shoe? Oh, baby, I'm a fan.
I got a shoe.
Plus, my audience is so interesting. Let's play 2 truths and a lie. Wow!
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. How's your Thanksgiving?
Not bad at all. With the weather that we had, it was wonderful. And I see the benefits that we'll be reaping from now until the new calendar year. A lot of people got their Christmas decorations out, which is wonderful when you're on my hours and coming in at about 2 in the morning. Kind of makes it feel a little bit more cheery anyhow. Thanks for that. Well, if you are out doing some holiday shopping, the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture just wants to remind you, if you're looking for a Christmas tree or maybe some boughs for in-home decoration, try to make sure that you're sourcing those particular items from within Wisconsin. You know, we've got about 400 certified Wisconsin Christmas tree growers that would love to help you out. One of the reasons why they're hoping that you'll buy local is to mitigate any invasive insects from coming into the state. If you're working with a big box store, you don't necessarily know where those trees or those boughs are coming from. It really goes to any holiday decoration that's using live plant material. I talked about it with Shayla Werner. She is the Department of Agriculture Plant Protection Manager, and she said over the past couple of years, they've seen more and more invasive insects that are riding along on some of those holiday decorations, trying to become a part of Wisconsin's biosystem, and that's not good. She said, fortunately, the ones they have detected have been unable to handle Wisconsin winters, but that's not necessarily a guarantee. So like I said, if you're looking for those Christmas trees, those basket boughs or blankets or anything like that made with natural products, try to buy them local, specifically from a Wisconsin Christmas Christmas tree grower, or if you're working with a big box, make sure you know where those trees or those boughs originated. No change today on barrel cheese in Chicago. The 40-pound block cheese drops 2.5 to $2.12.5. Double A butter on a Monday also down 1 3/4 pennies at $2.93 a pound. And just for the grain producers, the new crop prices that we're listing now are literally new crop for 2023. So we're looking at November soybeans 2023, December corn 2023. We've got the crop from 2022 in the hopper now, Mark. We got to start focusing on next year and the prices that may present themselves. Got to take advantage when we can.
Absolutely. All right, Pam. Thank you. Here's Julia now with the latest forecast.
Well, things are going to stay rather mild for today, though it will also be cloudy. Taking a look at our surface map, we are seeing those southerly winds bringing in plenty of moisture, which is going to stick around throughout much of the upper Midwest. But the system that we have been tracking here, the First Warn Weather Team, has been moving rather slow, but it's still going to continue to push its way across the Great Plains into the upper Midwest, which is going to be making things rather messy by the time we get into our Tuesday nights and heading into our Wednesday morning. So let's get right into things. That system in itself also is stirring up potentials of severe weather for our friends into the Mississippi Valley, which is at a level 4 out of 5 risk for seeing severe weather in that area. But for us, we're not looking at severe weather, but we are looking for some dramatic changes heading into our Wednesday. One of them being frigid temperatures dropping into our daytime highs into the 20s, and the cold air is going to stick around until we get into Friday, where we're going to see improvements, but then the cold air sweeps its way back in by the time we get into the weekend. But walking through what we can expect for the rest of today, cloud cover will start to break up just a bit as we get into the evening hours. However, still going to hold on to some breezy conditions, temperatures in the 40s, and then heading into tonight, cloud cover itself is going to be blanketing much of southern Wisconsin. Heading out the door for your Tuesday morning, well, it's not going to be too bad for us. If you have to walk the dog rather early, well, just note it's going to be a little breezy, but temperatures are going to be mild. Upper 30s, low 40s throughout southern Wisconsin. And as we get into the afternoon, that's when we're going to start to see some of that rain developing for us. It's not going to be around lunchtime, though. Lunchtime is still going to be cloudy, still going to be breezy, still going to be mild. As we get into around the 3 o'clock hour, we're going to start to see developments of showers as the system starts to move its way into southern Wisconsin. It's mainly going to start north of Dane County, and then by 5 o'clock, we're going to start to see a line developing. First, it's going to be rain, then it's going to be snow. We're looking at 8 o'clock, looking at rain starting to roll its way into Dane County and for much of eastern Wisconsin, but then just to the west, you can see where the colder temperatures are. This is where the cold front is, and that's also where we're looking at the snow. It's going to start to trickle its way across the rest of southern Wisconsin as we get into our Tuesday nights, and it'll start to phase out just a bit around midnight. Could see a couple of flurries potentially into our Wednesday morning, but also just take note, since these temperatures are going to be so frigid throughout our Wednesday, from the rain and the snow that we're going to be seeing, it's not going to be in abundance, but it could be just enough to be creating some snow or some ice on our roadways. So just be careful when you're heading out the door and traveling for Wednesday, because we could see Wednesday morning some of our travel being impacted by any kind of ice development, especially to the west and around Dane County. We're looking at about 1/10 of an inch or even less throughout much of southern Wisconsin. Areas to the far northwest could see more rain and potentially more snow, but even still, it's not going to be anything of significance. Looking at potentially an inch to 2 for La Crosse and for Rockwell, but for us here in Madison and the rest of the area, maybe even trace amounts, if anything measurable at all. Now to our 3 things we'll need to know. It's going to be mild throughout the course of today, but we are looking for that transition of rain to snow to really be the big event of our week, and then it's also going to be rather cold. Heading into Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures are going to be rather chilly, and then as we get into the weekend, a little bit of improvement for Friday, but Saturday and Sunday we'll be back into the 30s, and then Mark, next week we do have another opportunity to see not just rain, but potentially some more snow.
Well, it will be December.
It will be December, so this is going to be pretty natural for us.
Expected. All right, Julian, thank you. Up next, Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with one of his favorite recipes, one he got from his mother.
I hope you had a great Thanksgiving weekend. With today being Cyber Monday, I bet many of you have been up since the crack of dawn, taking advantage of all the online sales. I know this time of year can be a bit stressful, which is why I thought I'd share a recipe that always makes me feel good. It's a version of my mom's chicken soup, and it's sure to help soothe your soul after a busy few days. We start by adding some bone-in chicken to a large soup pot, along with some carrots, celery, onions, and a bit of salt and pepper. Now we fill the pot with some water and let it simmer until the chicken starts to fall off the bones. Once this happens, we add some chicken base or bouillon cubes to kick up the flavor. Then we remove the chicken and separate the meat from the bones and the skin, and back into the soup pot it goes. Of course, you can serve it with some cooked noodles, rice, or even matzo balls if you'd like. To get the recipe for Mom's Chicken Soup, all you need to do is check out our website. And since it makes a bunch, feel free to freeze any leftovers so you have it on hand whenever you feel a cold coming on. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found my mom's special way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Ahead of news, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call is 608-270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Does your kitchen need a facelift? Erase years of wear and tear with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens, the affordable alternative to a complete kitchen remodel. Choose new cabinet colors with durable surfaces that are stain resistant and easy to clean. Add custom hardware and countertops, plus soft close doors and drawers. We install in as little as 2 days, and you'll stay under budget. Plus, it's Black Friday all month at Mad City. Save $1,000 with interest-free financing for 2 years and get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But call during this program and we'll double your savings. Save $2,000 on a cabinet refacing project, double it to 4 years interest-free financing, and double your bonus. Receive a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
When I had stubborn fat, I always felt self-conscious. I couldn't wear the clothes I wanted to wear, and it was so frustrating.
I worked so hard. By working out, by dieting, that stubborn fat was just not going anywhere.
I had this vision of how I wanted to look. I didn't feel like myself, so I did what I needed to do. I called Sono Bello. Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist because it works.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently.
Sono Bello removed this big pooch right here. I have curves. I have exactly the body I've always wanted.
I got myself back, my shape back, but most of all, my confidence back.
I lost 4 inches off my waist. Going to Sono Bello has completely changed my life. Just look at me.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-510-6198 or go to sonobello.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Canulti, inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me May 2nd through the 12th as we tour Scotland and Northern Ireland. This trip is rich with history, exploring places like the Edinburgh Castle and the Titanic Belfast Museum. We'll also enjoy the gorgeous scenery and friendly people of these two unique countries. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here taking your plant and garden questions. 608-270-9933. We're just talking about all the glitter.
I'm sharing the glitter.
This is a live poinsettia.
This is a live poinsettia, and it is
glittered.
Dyed and glittered. So we call these fantasy poinsettias. This is not their natural color, everybody.
Nothing
not
says,
a new variety.
Nothing says Christmas like a glittery painted poinsettia.
You know what? It's not for everybody. Some people really love them. Some people
Leland,
really
Chinese Swat Juice loved it.
And yeah, so there you go.
There you go. All right, let's get to the calls. Doug from Stoughton, go ahead, Doug.
Yes, I've got a dwarf lilac bush, and I trimmed it, some little pieces off of it, and I put them in water to see if I could get them to root so I could have more trees. And it's been about 2 months, and I'm not getting any roots. Do they root?
You can get cuttings off of most woody plants, but the trick is when you're taking the cuttings. Some things like to be cut on old wood. Some things you need to cut wood that is new. I suspect that might be the issue. I'm not sure. I'm not a propagator, so I don't know all the different nuances of what to cut when. But if you go online and you want to say you want to take cuttings of a lilac, it'll tell you when the best time to do that. I'd also get some rooting hormone. That will help move it along as well.
Okay. Let's go to Lynn in Madison. Hi, Lynn. What's your question?
Well, thank you for taking my call. The voles are raising heck with my lawn. And I've tried a couple of products, Voltex and some of those, and it seems like they're worse than they were before. Is there any product that a person can use to get rid of the voles? I don't need to capture and rehabilitate them. I just need them gone.
There are a number of products on the market, Lynn. I would say come on into the garden center and bring some pictures of the kind of damage that they're doing, and Gail or Brenda will go over it with you and show you all of the options.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And check out the Christmas trees while you're there.
You might as well. And the fantasy poinsettias.
Pam in Sauk City. Hi, Pam.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I have a question regarding a tropical hibiscus. I have several of them. I brought it in because I love the plant and I want to keep it over the winter, but I anticipated that it would go dormant. But it's still very green, and the last of the flowers just dropped off maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, they won't go completely dormant, Pam. What they'll do is the growth will slow way down, and if you have it in a place where it's not happy with the light, it will get kind of stretchy. The growth will, get kind of leggy looking. So just put it in a really, really sunny window. Let the top inch dry out between waterings. It doesn't need any fertilizer now. And then you can start using a bloom booster, I would say around mid-March, and then you can move it back outside when the weather's nice. But it will not go dormant, like some things that you bring in will do that. You can keep the hibiscus going all winter long.
Okay. All right, thanks for the call. Let's go to Herman in Darlington. Hi, Herman.
Yes.
What's your question?
This is Herman.
What's your question, Herman?
Oh, I was on hold.
You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for taking my call. I'm trying to find out when is the best time to transplant. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay, this is Herman. I am trying to find out is the best time to transplant snowball bushes.
Okay, so snowball bushes are a common name for a couple of different shrubs. One of them is the Annabelle hydrangeas, which are low-growing, great big flowers. And then there's also a viburnum that can be called snowball bush. Best time to do transplanting if they're in the ground now is to wait until spring when you can get your shovel in the ground, but it's not sopping wet.
All right. Not now.
Not now.
All right.
Not now.
We're out of time. If you're on the line, stay there. Lisa will talk to you off the air. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes.
All right. She's traveling. Here's Julian, one final check of the forecast.
Well, taking a look at the next few days for us, well, the biggest thing that's headlining our weather is what's going to happen from Tuesday night into our Wednesday. Yes, temperatures are going to plummet from 50 degrees into the upper 20s, but we're also looking at rain and snow potentials from Tuesday night into our early Wednesday morning. Just notes, folks, and make sure that you are giving yourself a little extra time. We could potentially see some ice developing and create some treacherous travel for our Wednesday morning. Outside of that, a slow improvement in temperatures heading towards the weekend, but like Mark said, it's December and it's going to be cold into the 30s and potentially see some more snow as well in our forecast. Outside of that, it's going to be rather smooth sailing.
All right, Julian, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.